Well, let's find out if IG can get away with this greed or if EG will take the first game of this best-of-5 grand finals. ODpixel and Lacoste, take it away.
Yeah, I remember the old cheats, you know, greed is good. You know, sometimes I think in this game it could be punished. Like, EG, they have a fast lineup, they have a maneuverable lineup with the Storm Spirit, Beastmaster. I want to see if Arteezy once again gets like an earlier bot so that he can be moving around the map, something that he did on Razor, just to put some more pressure, like you're going to bring that one extra hero.
Yeah, and you like the way that EG ended up, you know, going for the Arteezy Lesh when you consider what was in the pool. This was pretty much the best thing to
A lot of the carries were banned out, like those Radiance type of carries. Also, like, you had a really good point, you know, maybe it would be a good lifestealer game because they had really nothing, but then they picked Morphling and they're like, maybe they did not want to go for it. So they decided to go for Leshrac, something that deals well with the illusions. Right now, Leshrac, just jungling. Just jungle Lesh.
He's checking out the lanes, making sure that they get the matchups that they want. Us Arteezy will continue to head down bottom.
Something that they've done before, multiple times already throughout this major. Just leave Ice on the safe lane, especially when they were playing Alchemist with the Acid Spray. And the Tusk, this time around, they don't have that strong of a tri-lane, but it's still super strong. I remember historically, you know, Disruptor, he was not considered, like every single time, like the tri-lanes were a thing, everyone was playing it. You see a Disruptor, you want an aggressive tri-lane, because what he brings is pretty much just a Thunderstrike.
We'll see. Top lane with this setup now. Ice. Have to deal with Fly and Kaka putting the pressure on. So should be able to find some decent CS underneath the tower. And this mid lane matchup. Definitely eyes on how well Emo is going to be able to do against ABED, how much he's going to be able to get up lane. Bottom lane, Ollie. Oh, going to be just slightly off the mark with the stun, but it doesn't matter. EG will be the ones to claim first blood with the tri-lane.
Right now, they're thinking, do we help Kaka on the top lane? Made a big pull, will deny some of the creeps, will get level 2 by that. But the way EG is playing, like they're sacrificing Ice farm, he's one of the craziest players out there. You know, he will eventually do something that might sound or look stupid, and like EG will get the advantage from it. Like remember the Pangolier, when he was playing Pango, just rolling inside the base, going near the tier 4 towers, and then you see like 1 or 2 people rotating, trying to punish that, which opens up more space for EG.
See mid lane Emo. Try and get up aggressive onto ABED. Both heroes just baiting each other. ABED still with Fairy Fires to play with.
Using the healing salve, has a bottle coming up to him, so that's going to be good. Emo, ooh, that arrow.
Nah, Emo's got to be careful. These movements over from Crit, and we're seeing already in the mid matchup, ABED is just having a phenomenal time against Emo in the 1v1. 11 for 6 against the 6 for 4. ABED, if there's no rotations or any input from the rest of the members of IG around this mid lane, we're going to see ABED get some very quick item timings.
He will be. Also, Mirana without Marcy doesn't seem that strong. She does not have anyone to guide the arrows. ABED just playing very aggressive on a mid lane with 1-1-1 build. You know, it's a Morphling, very hard to kill, but ABED so far doing a really, really good job. 15
nice crushing.
CS, 8 denies. He has more denies than Morphling has CS, which is pretty impressive.
Top lane, they do get the kill onto Ice. See if Crit can get the return kill onto Kaka. He's got the stick charges. And Crit running him down. Let's see if Kaka can get away from this. He can. He's into these trees. Crit won't be able to follow. So able to get something done up top. Of course, this is the lane where we do imagine EG are going to have the tougher time with the way it's been set up. We'll see how much Crit sticks around to make it a little safer for Ice.
When you have offlaner on the safe lane and he gets a bottle, like I want to see if they will be able to like contest the 5-minute bounty rune. If you don't get it, like there should be Crit also pressuring the bottom lane 5 minutes in, just securing the bounties, especially since JT picked up that bottle, you know, so that they don't get any value from the bounties.
See, ABED did try and go for the rune, but with a quick waveform, Emo is in. We'll be able to stop ABED from getting the refill on his bottle, but still this mid lane, 21 and 11 against the 8 for 4. Emo pretty much having just no game at all so far in this laning stage as ABED has completely demolished him.
He still needs 50 gold to finish off his bottle. Level 4, Storm 5.25. Looks really good for ABED.
Now bottom flight. It's going to be all right here with RTZ by his side. JT and Ollie not going to try and dive anymore. CS at the moment down on the bottom lane. JT 24-1 against RTZ's 18-1. RTZ try and turn, but as soon as the spells come out, JT's able to push him away. Actually, he's not able to get too much damage done with the Edict. It's up top, Kaka. Trying to prepare the jungle.
Oh, the glimpse. He does not want him to refill the bottle.
He might get the kill here, Fly. He's got the shield, but JT's going to have another God's Rebuke in a couple of seconds. And Fly, oh, he's
He
gone.
got him. Now, that was such nicely done by Oli. Using glimpse just to secure that RTZ is not going to pick up the bounty, refill his bottle, then the spear, they get the rune. Meanwhile, RTZ is getting some free CS on the bottom lane, uncontested.
Once this goes on up top, Ice, he's back to getting quite a bit out of this lane. Well, we're seeing, of course, still the edge for Fly at the moment. He's the top farmer on the board, Fly. As there is no pressure onto the Naga Siren with this lane setup. Fly getting all the space in the world. And EG's lineup. I mean, is it going to be up to EG to make any sort of rotation up towards the Naga Siren? I mean, when are we going to see EG start to group together and go? Is it? How early is that going to happen this game?
Once Beastmaster hits level 6 and gets book 1, they could potentially threaten a kill on Naga with just one hero rotating. Kaka will still be invis. Like mid laners, they like when there's a lot of action happening on the side lanes as well, where like people die and then they get their bottle refilled, especially if they're not controlling the runes, like if they're not using it 2 times. We've seen like both supports coming in, taking the runes instead of being it bottled. Emo playing a bit aggressive on the mid lane.
Yeah, they're really pushing the limits here, the two of them. ABED and Emo really testing each other's capabilities to keep themselves alive. We are going to see ABED go for the reset. TP's back to base. Emo is also going to have to back up, and the refill does at the vault. The bounty rune still preserved for him. He'll be able to stay out and on the map. Ice about a creep wave away from hitting the 6. Over on the side of JT. He's also just about to reach that level 6. And at that point, RTZ's going to have to be very careful down here. Look at this move from ABED. Sort of knows that JT's about to the 6. He knows that JT's going to look for an aggressive play. So he's going to be here ready and prepared to back RTZ up.
He's having a really nice read what's happening. RTZ.
JT lead in, but now ABED is going to zip in onto JT. And he's going to put the stick charges. The glimpse does separate ABED for now, but ABED's ready to come back in, closes the gap, gets the kill done, and now RTZ's going to dive in onto Ollie as well.
They might even get the courier. Yeah, that's such a big move. Like, they didn't get too much out of XP while all this was happening. Like, there was no one on the mid lane. Crit kind of connected, lost one full creep wave. He was pulling the top lane, but nice move from ABED. You know, he TPs back to base, refills his bottle, comes back to the bottom, secures 2 kills, a courier, and some damage on the tower.
Yeah, doesn't get much better than that from ABED's early rotations. So make his way back over to the mid. Crit able to pick up some XP whilst this was happening. See the 8-minute rune come into play. Emo and Ollie looking to protect it. Ollie's actually going to take the arrow. Here is Crit's able to find the connection. ABED, does he want to commit for this? He does. Pulls in with the Vortex. Will be able to get the kill. Emo's trying to find ABED. In return, ABED, he's out to the side. Now with the regen being pumped, he's going to be able to get back in. If he wants to, as RTZ and Fly, they're running down Emo. Emo's away, and ABED, he'll use the regen to continue farming. Doesn't want to zip in too aggressively whilst they don't have vision over there.
Sometimes stars just align, you know. He picked up that regen, he finds the jelly straight away. He still has that regen up and running, so wants to make a move on JT.
I mean, if JT shows, it'll be a little spooky for him, JT. Knows something up. And ABED won't quite be able to find him. JT plays it safe. We'll also have Emo coming down here. Emo making his way over. See if the two of them can get some sort of a play going. JT does have the arena, but EG, they've got 3 here. With the backup of Fly, ABED, an incredibly tricky hero to set up on at this moment.
IG has 2 farming cores. Like, Morphling can't make those aggressive moves. Both supports kind of need level to be able to rotate, so it's going to be a lot on JT's shoulders to make the moves. Arena is online. He's level 7, but so is Beastmaster. Necrobook 1 done. Roar available. Like, they could just set things up. There's still no Song. He didn't even save a point on Naga Siren, so very killable, but there is a rotation. JT plus a Phoenix making a move.
Yeah, sitting Ice. Definitely the easier of the cores to take down right now. They'll drop the arena and there's no chance for Ice. Easy rotation onto the Beastmaster. Same time around mid though. ABED able to get the jump in onto Ollie.
Like, this is going to be such a good timing on Orchid from Storm Spirit. Something that the Storm does not like to play. Morphling does not like to play into, where like that Manta style is a very costly item, and they don't have like a real save. There is Song of the Siren, but most of the time Naga and Morphling will not be in the same spot on the map.
See some focus around the mid lane. Ice. Available with the Roar if anyone steps up too far. Space is made for EG to take the bottom tier 1 tower. Push of Arteezy, of course, now with the maxed out Diabolic Edict. They can take these objectives very fast. He's head up top. Fly being left alone. That's the tier 1. Get taken in return. Crit's heading up it, scouting out some action with the Invis. Not going to look to initiate or anything though, as he is purely on his own. Mid lane, ABED, Ice, and Fly trying to set up from the side. Ice, see if he wants to try and go for the Roar opportunity. Thinks about it there, but Emo is able to zip out with the waveform and he's got Ollie right behind him. A bit tricky of a move to be made. Up top, Crit continuing to get more information. The remainder of that Invis room will now come to a finish, and ABED is TP'd up here, maybe to see if they could start something off. But it's hard to fly around, and as you say, they don't know if he's got the Song or not, so they are going to respect the Naga Siren.
Smoke from IG. Disruptor's still level 5. Phoenix is 6. They might, I mean, they have enough damage. If they go with Arena, once again, Ice needs to be careful. Let's see what his raid is. Radiant using the scan. They know someone is in triangle. Yeah, Ice, he looks pretty dead.
Oh! I mean...
a bit of Kale.
I mean, let's see. It was at this moment he realized. No, I mean, Ice.
They're also laughing. Yeah, they're tipping Ice. You know, just giving that money so he can retire earlier. Just keep collecting it. What I like about EG is like warding. Like these 2 wards that they have on the bottom part of the map are pretty much the exact same wards that they had when they played Alchemist offlane when he had the 9-minute Battle Fury.
Yes.
And those 2 wards did not get dewarded. Like, you can scout the rotations, possibly like also smoke rotations when people are coming to tier 2 tower, any rotations in the lane, TP rotations, and the deep ward inside like this area, but still did not get dewarded. So probably expecting the same thing to happen here. Ice. Yeah, we already said he looks pretty dead.
He's going to throw out the Roar there as well. Be able to achieve anything with it, or maybe he will actually, because Ollie is set up very low. Crit and Arteezy able to come in and get Ollie in return. Won't be able to chase for more though. Karka and JT a bit too speedy of a target. They're out there.
I talked about the itemization on Arteezy, like the earlier Boots of Travel. You can kind of see the patterns in what EG is doing, pretty much the similar style of playing. Picks up the Boots of Travel when he was playing the Razor. Like, he needs to be greeted this time around because he is the core. Like, he needs to be able to scale. Morana ulti. JT, no dust.
Oh! He spears him there. Arteezy actually not going to latch on to anything as he goes straight through the trees. Meanwhile, in the mid, ABED very close to the Orchid. As we'll see Emo responding to that build. He's going to be getting the Yules first.
Okay, because like, it's a cheaper way of dispelling things, and they have no save whatsoever, so he needs to be able to remove those silences. I've seen it a couple of times. It can work.
Yeah, an interesting direction, but definitely a necessary one. Over in the jungle, Crit. He's trying to get in on this. He's going to leap straight in the middle of them and leap into his death. And obviously, no real chance of getting away with the 3 points on Glimpse. Ollie would always be able to bring him back, so Crit just trying to get in and do as much damage as he could before he goes down. ABED with this stack.
Beastmaster, he's really struggling this time. Like, he got caught 3 times. The start of his early game wasn't really good because he was playing into dual lane against the Beastmaster.
He's going to go for JT, but JT did get the arena down. What's over from RTZ, and the arena wall still holding back EG. So not able to set up anything off the back of that Roar attempt. Of course, likewise for JT, his ult also on cooldown.
He has enough money to buy a Blink Dagger. Should just go to base, pick up that Blink Dagger. No arena, but he can always make those spear plays into the towers, into any buildings or cliffs. Storm just finished off the Orchid. 13 minutes in. Does anyone have a smoke? There is one smoke on crit, but oh, Emo. Like, he's super close. Like, he just needs 1 CS to be able to actually get that Yule Scepter, and then he will have a way of dispelling this silence coming up from the Storm.
EG definitely needs to keep the pressure up, though. At this moment in time, IG with the greedy lineup with a Morphling and a Naga Siren, they are 2,000, 3,000 gold ahead.
They feel, you know, much safer going into the late game. Their team fight is much stronger. EG, they are the ones who need to be making stuff on the map with the Orchid on a Storm Spirit. Like, they should try to look for a pick-off. But IG seems like they're having a really good read what's going on. Just going together, also smoking up. RTZ just showed on top.
See if they're able to close in on him on time. Going straight towards him. Over in the mid lane, jump's going to be made onto Emo first there by EG. As EG, they'll take down the Morph. RTZ in trouble. The Spear actually missing. They drop the Static Storm. Time's being bought for the rest of EG to TP over. RTZ will still go down. Fly unable to help him from the high ground. Glimpse back onto ABED. As ABED will be taken straight back to the mid.
Yeah, Fly used a Photic Shield on himself. I don't think it would matter. I believe he was already dead. But nice move rotation. They still lose 1. IG should be careful when the rest of the team is using a smoke like that. You need to be very careful, like what you're doing with the hero, especially as a Morphling. We said that Ice is kind of struggling this time around. Has a book 15 minutes in, but he also has boots.
Trying to get the grab onto Ice still going to lay down the Roar. The arrow follow-up. Crit jumps in with the burst. Have they got enough? They do. JT taken down.
And now they can start putting pressure on this tower. This tower is actually dead. They have 4 points in Edict, but RTZ, like, he needs to be a bit more careful. Yes, you have a baton behind yourself. You're still very burstable. The only item you have pretty much is Kaya, so you don't have that much HP.
I see ABED was looking for a chance to get in on this, but just want to risk it up to the high ground of IG's triangle. So EG back on track. We're taking these towers. Still yet to slow down the farm, really, of Fly. 9k net worth coming in.
Fly has been having an amazing time most of the time on just on the top lane. Has that Manta style, which will increase his farming capabilities. Going into Scotty next. Just wants to be able to tank up. He understands most of the damage comes from the last rack. Song.
He's got the Song set up. Ollie has got Static Storm. They could look to drop everything on RTZ, and they will. Static Storm, Supernova's out. Fly and RTZ are going to try and take down the egg. Can they do so in time? They can't. A Supernova successful. RTZ goes down. Fly, buy himself a bit of time with the borrowed time. See if they can chase him down and bring him back. They can. Ollie with the glimpse gets Fly back in the reaches of JT and Kaka, as Fly will slowly be burnt down.
Yeah, that was such a clutch Yule Scepter coming out from the Morphling there. Yes, you heard that correctly. Yule Scepter from the Morphling, who wanted to have something to dispel that silence coming out from the Storm, and he uses it just so that he secures Egg, manages to get off in a team fight. Philosopher's Stone, found by EG. Every single time I see that item, I'm like, yeah, this is good, you know, because your position 4, your position 5 will always want to hold that item.
Top lane RTZ. He's here alone at the moment. He's going to try and open up on Emo here. Moves in with a stun. He's going to be able to find him. Emo was not ready for that one bit. As RTZ strikes from the shadows and gets the solo kill onto the Morph. Meanwhile, over in the triangle, ABED leading in with the backup of Ice. They drop the Roar down onto JT. JT will fall. Fly trying to go for ABED, but ABED still with mana to play with as he's out of there.
Now you can see the damage coming up from the Naga Siren. Good 2 pickoffs, especially the one from RTZ, pretty much the solo kill. Now he starts to put some pressure on the top tower. Edict, such a powerful ability against the towers.
Just taking these buildings just as fast as they need to, really. You know, coming up to 18 minutes in. And they've already taken 4 towers away. EG, whilst they themselves, they've only lost the 1 tier 1 top. Fly Protecting Arteezy here with his aggressive positioning. Emo. Try and lead in onto Fly. I'll get the glimpse back onto Crit. Static Storm dropped as well. Fly trying to do his best to keep Crit alive from outside of the Storm. A Crit will still fall. Emo moving in onto Arteezy.
Arteezy out of
mana.
mana.
Setup. JT's got the blink. Arena down. He'll look for the angle onto Arteezy, but he's not able to find it because ABED in with the silence stops this combo from JT. ABED, the savior, coming in to turn it around as Fly, he'll also fall. As EG, they're able to take down 4 of IG. They're going to go straight for the pit.
Yeah, try to get that Aegis. Arteezy was running low on mana, manages to get the Arcane Ring, just a bit more damage. And you said it, ABED just stops the combo. He understands where the most of the damage is going to come from. They have Fly on a pattern, keeping them alive. Arrow inside the pit. Scan connects. They can't respond to this. They did not have Naga Siren for 20 seconds. Song will be available, but this is exactly how EG needs to play. Like, they need to be aggressive, they need to make stuff happen right now, get some advantage with their lineup.
IG definitely going to be a little shaken up after that last move. 1K lead at the moment for EG. Still in a very close position here between these two teams, where EG are getting these objectives, but it's not like IG's cores are falling behind in farm. Both Emo, especially Fly, getting a lot out of the game right now, and already halfway pretty much towards the Skadi Fly. We see that fight, that turnaround again, as it really did look like it absolutely could have gone IG's way. If JT was able to get in and get that combo down onto Arteezy, taking the Lesh out, things would have looked a whole lot different.
Arrow. Ooh.
They do have the ults up IG. IG could look to set something up. We'll see a lot harder now that there is that Aegis on Arteezy.
He got him again!
He's ulted into Emo. Boy, he's got to be careful, Emo. JT. Arteezy's also got to be careful. JT's able to get in, spear Arteezy over towards the trees. That's the Aegis done, but now ABED, he's zipping in the backline. Supernova out. We'll see Emo disabling for now with the Yules. ABED still zipping off to the side, but the Supernova's going to be successful to stun. Catching the 3 of them. Arteezy falling low. ABED jumps back in over towards Ollie, brings down the Disruptor. Song set up from Fly being used here to actually allow IG to back away.
Oh man, this was such a big move. Like, he caught Morphling, but there was no real follow-up. They just needed one extra stun, either an arrow or Storm Spirit jumping in. Then Storm jumps on the Phoenix, who manages to get the Supernova off. And once again, those Yule Scepters, just keeping them in the air so the egg can go off. Like a bit of a throw there. Arteezy, like, he lost the Bloodstone charges as well. On top of that, he thought he was tanky, but the team was not there.
No, not at all. Just a little too far forward away from the rest of the squad, and not the usage out of the Aegis that EG kind of need to get when they're running a lineup like this. These sort of deaths and slowdowns in the process that they're going for with their draft, it's gonna hurt.
That was kind of like a shocked Pikachu face. We're like, what's going on? Where's the rest of the team? And this will slow them down. Like, still, Morphling doesn't deal that much damage. He didn't get the Manta style, you know, so you don't get the stats. Yule Scepter is a cheaper way of dispelling things. Now going into E-Blade, so that's going to help out quite a lot with just dealing the damage. But still needs some more time. You know, he's not a real carry in this game. It's the Naga Siren.
Gonna go for Emo, follow up here with the Roar and the Arrow. Everything being laid down onto Emo, and with the stuns, they've got him. Not enough strength being built up as Emo will fall. Ollie will as well, as EG make moves here with the 4 of them. Arteezy will also come over to start bringing in this top lane. So they can start pressuring the tier 2s again. I'll see EG just continue to make these moves, enable ABED. ABED very close to the BKB, just a recipe away. And still having a flawless game. 6-0-5 on the Storm Spirit.
Now, ABED this time around, like, he does not want to go for any greedy items. He needs that BKB. He wants to be able to jump the backlines, does not care about Sog. They have literally no abilities that go through Magic Community other than Supernova, but ABED's job is just going to be, like, I'll try to go get a jump on Phoenix. It's not going to be that easy because Phoenix has Yules right now, so they need some follow-up.
We'll see progress-wise for IG Fly. Skadi is going to be done for the next fight, so this Naga Siren he's going to be huge. EG, they're going to have to be really prepared to deal with and keep their distance from Fly. If they get any sort of lockdown onto the cores, Fly will tear them apart.
Fly also going for a color-coordinated build. Like, everything is kind of greenish, bluish. I really like that. Like, even the neutral item is also greenish.
All about the fashion, Fly. Make sure that he looks good.
Yeah, after seeing Arteezy, you know, bringing out the fashion, he's like, maybe I can't do it in real life, but I'll do it in game, which matters more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm talking about fashion on Naga Siren. Here's one for you, Lacoste. What did Naga Siren wear to the maths test?
I don't know.
An algae bra.
All right. So, Morphling, you know, still put some pressure. He's not that easy to kill, but if they try to surprise him one more time, there is always going to be this Sunray right now. Also, Phoenix is getting a ton of farm. Yule Scepter going for that Hex.
So they should be able to get this tier 2 mid. Fly. Oh, he's got the song set up. Oh, they're a little too close to each other. Ice and Crit. They're looking pretty tasty here. Ollie, he lays down the Storm combo. They're caught in it. They'll try and do their best to split, but the arena's down. Evo comes in, blows up Crit, takes down Ice.
Oh, yeah. That was such a beautiful song on Mirana. The first thing that comes to my mind is, you know, praise the moon of May. They actually got Mirana there, and beautiful song. Nice setup. JT getting closer to the BKB. Like, once he gets that, there's still, like, Edict, there's a Beastmaster Roar. I still feel they will need to, like, they have a lot of problems right now in EG, because they feel like they're under pressure. They need to be doing stuff. You're playing into 2 agi carry heroes. You have, like, your Leshrac, your Storm, their Intelligence. So IG's lineup is much better in the late game.
IG ready to keep these aggressive moves going. Let's fly. It's kind of chilling here around the bounty rune spot. We'll be able to get the pickup on it. IG actually, they don't really want to commit on him because they know there's backup coming in as ABED zips straight over, looking towards the Mars. Mars will be healed up by the Sunray. Over to the side, Arteezy looking towards Fly. ABED's in. He's a little low on mana, ABED. See if they can continue to chase down Fly. They can't. Fly will be fine. JT comes in with the spear to push Fly back.
Yeah, Fly just a bit too speedy. Fly has 1 fly, you know, so it makes a lot of sense.
That's true. Fly equals...
Yeah, it's
Fly
like having, you know,
Fly.
2 horsepower and the other guy has 1 horsepower. It's has double the amount, so it's got to be more speedy, which makes a lot of sense. Arrow does not connect.
We have it. Drag back onto Arteezy. Arteezy needs help, and he needs it now. He's going to put the Bloodstone heal. BKB popped by ABED. ABED trying to push back JT. He's low on mana. The Supernova comes out. EG, they've got to back off. There's Emo. Turn into the left shit, have some extra damage over to the side. They've got the Roar, the arrow.
That's a
Actually connects on the
5-second arrow.
Fly. A beautiful hit there from Crit coming in for the side. Fly. He's got to turn, he's got to run. He gets the song off in time. Fly. He will live.
Oh,
but he has to run.
So unfortunate. Like, they just got BKB delivered on the Leshrac. If he had that, like, 2 seconds earlier, he would probably be able to chase down Naga Siren. All they needed was, like, maybe 2 hits from the Pulse Nova. But what an arrow from Crit. Like, Crit just,
that
like...
was pretty much max arrow. Yeah. And, well, Ollie needs to change his underwear after that one. that was a little too close.
One for sure.
Yeah.
So next Roshan may respawn in 20 seconds. We'll see. It's going to be a longer respawn. If it's like an early respawn, EG should just try to go inside. They know that the song is on cooldown. They also want to have that level 18 on Naga Siren. It's a big difference. 40-second difference between level 2 and level 3 ulti.
Now we'll check this fight again, as you say, just getting on Arteezy. Didn't quite have the BKB delivered yet, so EG struggled to really take that fight to its full potential.
And here comes Sniper. Look at this.
I mean, it was the combo as well. The Roar from Ice actually pushing the Naga Siren into the arrow. So a real combo play there between the 2 of them.
Yeah, the real combo was actually overlapping stuns, and unfortunately, you know, it was a sick arrow, but they needed just a little bit more damage, like 200 damage. JT.
And JT's getting gone on here, already back in the action on the backlines. ABED's jumping over towards Kaka. Kaka's not able to dive out in time, and Emo, he's been caught on the front. Emo's down. EG with those 2 kills, they can look to continue to push on, take this tier 2 tower.
Man, Emo, he does not get the shift off. This is like 3rd or 4th time already that he was not able to get it off. E-Blade is done, but the tier 2 tower also gone. Roshan, long respawn time. It was like full duration respawn, 3 minutes. Crit has also a Spirit Vessel, so that's going to help quite a lot against those heals, the overtime damage. EG 5k gold lead for now.
Unlikely to get a lot of value out of the Vessel this game. Of course, always good against the Morse. Sure, he's got a way to dispel it, but as we're seeing most of the time, Emo, he has to use that to sort of remove the silence if he gets jumped upon by ABED. So there's always
It's
a big
also,
opportunity
you need to be
get it on
careful about that Yule Scepter. It's a great setup for Mirana's Arrow. They have 2 Yule Scepter. It's a good item. Kaka this time around just changing things a bit. He wanted to get the Hex against the Storm Spirit. Decides to go for the full pipe. He was extremely farmed. I think it's a correct choice. Playing into Lashrak, playing into Storm Spirit, there's going to be a ton of magical damage. You just want to be able to tank up yourself and your own team.
There we go, looking to wait around the Roshan timer. So still a minute until it's up. Ice, Ice, Ice. He's heading in. He's found Ollie here with the army. Fly trying to hold him back, but the BKB's out from Ice, Ice, Ice. He's going to turn over towards Fly as they jump in. Roars down. ABED, Crit, and Ice, Ice, Ice surrounding him. He's tanky, but he is not tanky enough there to withstand the damage here from 4 members of EG. The rest of IG just nowhere close enough to help out.
Yeah, and Beastmaster this time around also has a BKB ready just to be able to go in. Like, they don't have abilities that go through Magic Immunity. JT?
Arteezy's found him here with the help of Fly. He's going to drop the arena, but there's nowhere for JT to run. He's going to try and TP, but with a BKB up on Arteezy, just walks straight through the wall and takes him down. As that was a bit of an unnecessary loss there for IG after they'd already lost 2 out on the map.
JT stance was just TP, but this time around did not really work out. No. It was, that most of the time that's not going to work out. Damage coming out from Lash is just a bit too high. They're also controlling the outpost pre-30-minute mark.
Yeah, that hurts for sure now. As he's going to get some space. I mean, back in my day, JT was bringing Sexy back, and nowadays he doesn't even know how to get back.
He needs that BKB. He's also a bit, like, under-leveled. Like, he's level 14, 30 minutes in, while Beastmaster's almost level 20.
Obviously, Arteezy there having a bit of a giggle. 7-3-7 hit. Tome. I think Arteezy... I think he's taken all the tomes this game, Arteezy.
I see no difference. Like, I played Dota for 15 years. Tomes were not that long in Dota, but every single time it happens, like someone just steals my tome.
Yeah, no, there is. Arteezy's...
If this was a pub game, Arteezy's getting reported. This is an Overwatch case for sure.
If Arteezy was in my pub, I think you let him get the tomes, And here we go down mid. ABED. Going to look to lead in onto Karkat. The arrow actually going to hit onto JT. They might be able to do something with this. They do. ABED commits with the BKB, gets straight in onto JT. JT in trouble. Trying to back off, but JT's down. ABED now to the high ground. He's also going to get the catch on the Fly. They're dropping the Supernova, but Fly just gets taken out. There's no help for him. As the Supernova, it will go off. JT's come back in with a buyback, but there's no Fly for 50 seconds. Emo
Arteezy taking everything.
And ABED just running them down. Arteezy into the base on top of Emo. Emo's dead. No buyback on him. JT in trouble. This is going to be a dieback on the Mars. They'll call it GG. As EG will take game 1.
Man, this was their timing. Like, they grouped around, they got a couple of pickoffs. Even